Hi guys, welcome to the Savvy Money Show with me, your host Sean. Obviously we're outside today, so there may be some background noise. I apologise for that in advance. Now, as we know, Berkshire Hathaway had a terrible first quarter. Second quarter was amazing, 87% jump in revenue. I hope you got in at 160 like me. If you didn't, still think it's worth getting in, more against the hedge against the crash, as we all know how well he does when there is a crash. Now, on to the main reason for today, Workhorse, and something no one seems to be talking about. And I'm afraid I have to apologise. I didn't mean to mislead anyone. When I said to you guys that 75% of the contract had to be electric or renewable, that was because I looked at the original deal. There's a deal that passed the House representatives, and that was what was in the original deal. Now, that is still the original deal. Problem is that hasn't passed the House or Senate. So the fact is that with Workhorse it still has to pass in the Senate, and apparently there's some of them who have opposition to it. You know, they see this going through as a way for Donald Trump to gain Ohio. They don't want Donald Trump to gain Ohio and get the presidency, because they want their guy to get it. So they're blocking it. They're blocking it under the Green Deal Act, and they're blocking it under different things. At least they're trying to, anyway. Now, the fact is, it may well pass through. You never know. It's the best thing that could happen is they get the deal. Best thing for America, best thing for USPS, best thing for everyone. But again, it could get quashed. They're using the excuse, spending all this money when the country's in a state is a problem. But there's also the ones who are, how can I say, tied to Ford, and Ford has also been given government contracts in the past, a lot of government contracts, and there are those who are saying, well, Ford have actually been able to supply what we've given them a contract for, so they should be the ones to get it. And if the bill passes in the Senate, it's likely that they could give the contract to who they want to and not be restricted by the 75% EV. So you have to think about this when you're considering it. I wasn't unaware until I did a deeper dive about the fact it hadn't passed through the House. It had only passed through the House of Representatives and still had to go through the Senators. Sorry about that. I wasn't aware that this 75% renewable thing that everyone keeps talking about, meaning Workhorses are suing, was only where it went through the House of Representatives. I'm not worried about the insider selling, because this happens with every company. Executives get paid bonuses with shares, and they sell from all levels, and then you get insider buying. It's nothing unusual still. That's the way it is. And don't forget to hit that lovely like button, almost as lovely as me. Helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting the video out to more people. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Become part of the Saving Money Show family. We give each other hints and tips and updates about stocks and shares we talk about on the show. As well as that, you can ask me to look into any share you want, and I don't charge a Discord fee or ask for a Patreon. All I do ask is for you to comment in the box below and hit the like button. Even if you disagree with me, especially if you disagree with me, I like a debate. And if I do something wrong, I want you to call me on it so I can improve the channel. And why not check out the links in the description below? There's lots of others. I've used each one of them myself. I wouldn't give you links if I haven't checked them out myself. If you're looking for a free trading platform which should trade your stocks and shares, you know, you can get a free share worth up to £200 for signing up and depositing a small amount. A free trade only requires a £1 deposit. The others require £100 or dollars, depending on which one you go for. Stake has over 3,500 US stocks on their books, which is the biggest one outside of the US. Whereas Trading 212 is one of the best and easiest platforms to use. But as I said, I use all three. Anyway, on with the show. Now, I am worried about the fact that with the election coming up, you are getting them using this as political pawns. Everyone knows that the workhouse deal is the best thing, and people need to realise that Ford have created whole new technology for the police force with the interceptors. Where I did a video on it before, where it kills the COVID or the Rona for our friends across the pond with a press of a button. So after they've had a suspect in the car and taken them into the cell, they just press a button and in a couple of minutes sterilises the car. Now, they gave that free to the police force. They were in the UK and the US, they were building respirators. Now, you can't tell me that this was all done free of charge. They will expect favours in exchange. They will probably have been promised favours. They'll probably have been promised at least some of the contract, and I may be wrong, but there will be some senators who will be going for Ford, and if only to block Trump. You may have some senators who are behind Trump who are looking for Ford to get it because of what they've done to support the COVID efforts. But if Workhorse get 50% of this deal, it's huge for them. Do not be banking on them getting 100% or 75% because of what the wording in the deal. I've just found out about this not passing the senators. Now, the worst thing would be if the senators quash it all together, so there's no deal and no money, on the basis that the company's in financial distress and the money's better spent elsewhere. Anyway, I would like to know what your comments are, what your thoughts are, and I'll see you in the next video. remember, stay safe, stay savvy, stay invested. Goodbye.